Hi, it's Bex. So, just jumping on quickly, have you seen the Kent County Council have released lots of documents which are about the changes they're planning on making to the infant feeding services across Kent? So, currently, PSB Breastfeeding are a community interest company, are actually coordinating all the services across Kent. So, I'm a breastfeeding peer supporter, and I come under the scheme, which is going to change. The scheme's only going to run up until December, and then they're looking at making changes. Some of the proposed changes are really going to seriously affect the services. What we're looking for is for mums, dads, family members, if you've breastfed, not breastfed, it doesn't matter how you've fed, for you to actually look at the documentation. And in this period where they're looking for people to comment on it, they're looking to see what people think of the services and the changes. So in this period of change, this period of consultation is open until the beginning of September. We would like as many of you to actually go on and put your comments on what you think of the changes. Personally, it's going to affect, I live in Dartford, Swanley, Gresham area, and it's going to affect us because at the moment we have 3 specialist clinics running once a week in different locations. So on a Monday at the Brent, on a Thursday morning in Gravesend, and a Thursday afternoon in Swanley. There's 3 different clinics where mums can access, open access, a lactation consultant or a breastfeeding counsellor to get referrals for tongue tie and get help with other things that are happening, other problems. Most of these groups have peer supporters at them, at least 1 to 2 peer supporters, and Brent actually has 2 lactation consultants at that group because it's ever so busy. So these groups see between 15 and 25 mums and families on a weekly basis. Gravesend, I know we see between easily 8 and 12 mums a session, and the same for Swanley. These are really important services. The change, what they're looking at happening is they're looking at taking away these services, taking away these groups with lactation consultants, taking away these groups which have got breastfeeding specialists and the peer supporters, and replacing them with one service where mums will need a referral to go to that. They're looking at taking away all the breastfeeding groups, all the peer support leg groups, and having they're saying about a they're talking about a hub where the health visitors, the services are going to go to the health visitors. This is what they're planning on doing, and they're looking at the services being a hub, so mums will access the services through their health visitor. But I know that not a lot of people access health visitors, or they're not getting the information that they say that need. A lot of mums that come to the specialist groups have been referred by the midwives and health visitors to come to the groups for support. So it's clear that these people haven't got the knowledge and understanding at the moment. They haven't got the extended breastfeeding qualifications and knowledge and understanding and know how things work. So I think it's really important that we actually do this consultation and put in information. Any questions you about before filling out the consultation, if you're not happy about stuff, ask Kent County Council. I'm going to put all the information below this video so that you can read through the consultation document. You can ask questions to Kent County Council, and we're going to keep some momentum going. I'm going to be telling you about things that you can do. There's also a petition that you can sign as well, which is on 38 degrees. I'll share that as well. I think I already have shared it, and we're just going to keep chipping away at this. It's really important that we don't lose these services, or what they replace it with is amazing and better and has an improvement and doesn't have a detrimental effect to Kent's breastfeeding rates. Not all mums choose to breastfeed, and lots of mums have had problems that if they don't access help early days, that will mean that they will quit quicker, because they won't be able to get that access to support. If you've got to wait for an appointment to see a health visitor with breastfeeding specialism to be able to get referral, and they're only doing one of these in Gresham, Swanley and Dartford area in one location, not the 3 that we've got now, can you imagine how long mums are going to have to wait? And if they're only can see, say, 8 mums in that one day, and at the moment we're seeing over 60 mums a week, what sort of waiting time is going to be on that service? What strain is it going to be? And how are mums going to know that they're getting the correct information? Because currently they're accessing breastfeeding piss porters who are trained, that we give informed information so that you have got correct information to go by. The breastfeeding counsellors and the breastfeeding lactation consultants actually consult and do counselling and do a lot more and ensure that the information and the referrals are correct. So the information that's been given has got evidence to back it up and is the correct information, and we can help support mums on their journey to make sure they get what's right for them. So there's lots at risk here, and I do think that if we're going to lose these services across Kent and they're replacing it with something else, we need to make sure they understand what they're replacing it with and how and what and why and what is needed, so that we don't end up losing a service and then it costing the NHS thousands later on down the line because of the health problems which happen because babies haven't been breastfed, or health implications because the wrong information's been given, and that maybe they haven't trained the health visitors up yet. So there's that as well. There's going to be a gap in service because they haven't got the correct information. So it's really important, if they're going to change the service, maybe they need to ensure that all the health visitors have had their advanced certificate in lactation done beforehand. That takes 12 months, 12 separate study days, and it's 90 hours if they don't do the homework, and it's 120 hours if they do. I've done this training, I did it off my own back. So maybe before changing the contract, maybe Kent County Council need to pay for that, need to get specialists in to do the LARC approved qualifications to ensure that they have got the correct information, have got the correct knowledge, and then from that some of the health visitors can then go on and sit their IBCLC exam. But again, you sit the exam in October, you don't get the results until the April. You sit the exam in April, you don't get the results until the following December. So it's really, really important that they put these in place before changing the service, because currently we've got 17 different groups running across Kent where they've got lactation consultants in those groups. So how can they remove that service if they haven't got health visitors which are lactation consultant trained? And I know for a fact that health visitors and the midwives don't get a huge amount. They don't get 120 hours worth of lactation consultant training, or breastfeeding training for that matter. They probably get a couple of study days. So we need to make sure they're up to scratch with breastfeeding and have the correct knowledge and understanding and qualifications to be able to offer this service. Right, I've said enough. I'm going to keep posting about this because it is really important. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye.